There's a taxi company that transports 5 million passengers every day. Now that's an amazing number. Can you imagine the number of cars, the number of drivers that are involved in that kind of a work? If we were going to try to start a taxi company in some large city, and if we had the goal of transporting 10,000 passengers a day, how many cars would we buy? How many drivers would we hire? But that's not what Uber did. Uber is the company that has revolutionized the taxi industry. And they have taxis working in most of the cities of the world now. On Kreshchatik Street, which is behind me right now in Kiev, Ukraine, there will probably be some Uber taxis go down that street while I'm here talking. How did they do it? They did not say, how many cars do we need to buy? Instead, they said there are already cars in these cities and drivers are already at work driving those cars. We can hire them to carry our passengers for us. And that's what they have done. 5 million a day. They solved a labor problem to have many drivers and cars in action. Jesus has given a very challenging job to the church. He told us to take the gospel to every creature and to take the gospel to the uttermost parts of the earth. That takes a lot of labor. And Jesus also observed, the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. We need many missionaries and church planters and evangelists. Where can we find them? How can we recruit them? And how can we train them? How can we equip them to do this job? I think we can learn something from Uber. In most countries of the world, in their major cities, there are churches. Even if much of the population of that country has been unreached by the gospel, there are churches in some of their major cities. I believe that we can help reach the unreached by training the Christians who are nearest to the unreached. We can start training centers in these places. With the program from Shepherd's Global Classroom, we can do training like we never could have done it before. Almost overnight, we can set up a training institute in a new place. We can use an existing church. We don't have to go and buy a building or build a new facility. There are already buildings there. There are already people who are ready to help do training. We can train people near the unreached to take the gospel to them.